All that brother talk as if I really discovered a sibling. See,
every light-skinned is not your brother, Drake.
Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial.
Him and LeBron exchanged watches and he gave him the Arabic dial Rolex.
Drake!
All right, so today Drake dropped a freestyle on a YouTube video on a conductor beat. They said the freestyle was hitting in a 20-minute video, and it's looking like Drake is going at LeBron. He touched on J. Cole, 21 Savage, but we gonna focus on LeBron because that's really what he was talking about. He talked about the beef a little bit too, but let's get right into this, all right? So he started off by saying,
just paint a man. The world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. See,
the world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. Now think about that, right? We saw LeBron at the pop-out show. We saw a lot of people that we thought fuck with Drake out here celebrating the demise of Drake and Kendrick defeating him, right? We saw Lil Wayne rapping Not Like Us at a concert. It seemed like everybody who we thought fuck with Drake, they got tickets to the gimmicks, all right? All right, now this is where he started going at LeBron. Cause see, I'm gonna point out a lot of stuff about this video, so y'all gotta keep up.
Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial.
Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial. Now, apparently this is the watch Drake was talking about, right? I guess him and LeBron exchanged watches and he gave him the Arabic dial Rolex. And you can see LeBron has wore this watch a few times. So this is just one of the shots that he was throwing at LeBron. By the way, the freestyle is called Fighting Irish. And keep in mind that the song is called Fighting Irish. Now remember, Drake has a tattoo of LeBron on the back of his arm, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a photo of LeBron James in his high school jersey of St. Vincent St. Mary High School, and his high school team was called Fighting Irish. Now this is the program at St. Vincent St. Mary High School, Fighting Irish, the high school basketball, football team, and all of that. So yeah, he's taking shots at LeBron even in the title. All right, so he threw some more shots at LeBron.
I guess now you boys gotta abandon your summer tradition.
Now when he says, I guess y'all boys gotta abandon y'all summer tradition, they said for the last few summers, LeBron has been walking out on stage with Drake. And so I guess last year, instead of doing that, he went to the pop out. So instead of popping out with Drake, he popped out at the Kendrick show, all right? So some more shots at LeBron. And that still goes back to the beginning where he says, the world fell in love with gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets to the pop-out show. And throughout the verse, Drake said a few more other things. You know, he said, you know, you would even check up on my son like a pediatrician. Then he goes towards the end and he says, figured we was always gonna be close like ovens and kitchens. I was sadly mistaken. The loyalty wasn't a given, all right? So it looks like this little half right here was dedicated to LeBron James. And by the way, you know, I do feel some type of way about Drake beefing with LeBron. I really think if it's two things, right? I don't think Drake should have put that much stock into his relationship with LeBron. You know what they always say, rappers want to be basketball players and basketball players want to be rappers. LeBron is not the dude you came up with. Why do you expect loyalty from him? Why do you expect him to hold you down during the beef? Because sometimes I look at LeBron and I'm like, he just a fan of hip hop. Can he not be cool with Drake and still like Kendrick's music? And see, that's the thing, even with me. I say stuff about Kendrick and Drake, but everybody say, oh, you picking sides. I don't even know Drake. I don't even know Kendrick. But still, they're both rappers. They're both incredibly good rappers. LeBron just can't be a fan of Kendrick and still be good. Like, everybody not going to be like Kevin Durant. Even throughout the beef, KD was still popping up to Drake's house and taking pictures and stuff like that. But does LeBron James have to do the same thing? Does everybody who likes Drake have to be at your house and at the mansion plotting and planning how you gonna get back at Kendrick? Like, at a certain point, like I said, bro, they both damn near 40. I really feel like a lot of this rap beef shit is beneath niggas who 40. Like, okay, y'all got on some tracks, you lost. Keep it in the music, but when everything starts seeping out of the music and it's getting into relationships and you ain't cool with this person and that person over these minor little things that it looks like to me, because it might be deeper, but this is what you giving us in the music, so this is what we got to go off of. This don't seem like no real beef. It just seemed like you mad that he was listening to Kendrick and he went to the pop-out show. Everything else in here sound like LeBron was a cool dude. He checked on your son and shit like that. Like, just because he was a fan of Kendrick, it takes back everything y'all did together or the relationship y'all had. Because in that moment, you felt like everybody was supposed to hold you down. Like they was your best friend and y'all grew up together and y'all went over each other's house for sleepovers. No. So then they said this part was about J. Cole.
And niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious.
Niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious. So I think that's going back on J. Cole apologizing to Kendrick.
Talking about we family, well, I'm not the cousin to visit. God forbid we ever gotta tarnish your public image.
God forbid we ever gotta tarnish your public image. So, yeah, he was apologizing to Kendrick almost like he couldn't take the public backlash or, this thought of, oh yeah, J. Cole was cool with Kendrick and now he's siding with Drake. How does that make J. Cole look? Now you dissing Kendrick. Remember when he dissed Kendrick and was talking about his albums was trash and that was a part of his apology, right? Oh, this dude make incredible music. I don't know what I was doing. It did kind of look like J. Cole was trying to protect his image more than his friendship with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, if you ask me.
All that brother talk as if I really discovered a sibling.
Hold on. All that brother talk like you discovered a sibling. Every light-skinned nigga is not your brother, Drake. Okay? I just need to let you know that. Every light-skinned nigga is not your brother. And before I wrap this up, I want to say he threw 21 Savage a little bar too. He said, Savage, you the only nigga checking on me when we in some shit, brother. All right? So it's looking like Drake is only cool with 21 Savage. I think he's still kind of cool with Future. And everybody else can kiss his ass. And I get it. It was a 20v1. But I think a lot of people can look at this freestyle like Drake is still whining. I wish he would just put out some music and not really touch on it. Like if you gonna touch on it, let it be some raw shit. I don't think I need sentimental Drake. And see, look, Joe Budden said this a couple of weeks ago. He was like, I want to see Drake really get introspective about how the beef made him feel. And I said at that time, if he does that, it's gonna come off as weak. And I said, I feel like Joe is baiting Drake so he can come out, start crying about the beef, and people say, nigga, you still mad about this shit? Because I think that's how a lot of people are looking at this. Okay? Now, is the flow fire? Yes. It's a typical Drake flow. But is there some good lyricism in here? Yes. But it gets overshadowed by all of this beef talk. And one thing I did hear somebody say, and I want to give this guy the credit, Victor Bays. He said Drake should have did that verse on the radar. So you know that place where they do on the radar freestyles. I think it would have been harder because sometimes it's about how the package looks, how something is delivered. And if he did this like a real freestyle on camera, I think people would have fucked with it because a lot of people were saying it looked like Drake was reading in the video.
To tarnish your public image. All that brother talk is if.
And yeah, I agree. It does look like he reading something. So, you know, is it a real freestyle or is he just, you know, reading some shit off of his phone? And so, yeah, I think it would have looked better, you know, doing it on camera, live, like a real freestyle. When you do it like, oh, this is planned, this is meditated, and I'm talking about all of these things, it looks a different way. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's cool. I see people like Poetic Flacco saying he need to put this on Spotify, and it would be cool to hear on Spotify, fully produced, but I'm just not liking the content. I think everything is good, but the content of it and what he's talking about. I don't think he needed to talk about these things at this moment. To me, I would have liked to hear this after you had a crazy 2025, you was putting out hits. Then let us know how the beef affected you after you know, come back triumphant, after you come back with some wins, right? Right now it feel like you still losing, you still taking L's, and you still crying. All right? Let me know what y'all think about this. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.